Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to our WebEx session. I am Kelma Makai from the channel team, and on today I will moderate our events. The WebEx session's topic is Unleash the Power of Broadcom Rally. Our special guest and presenter is Tamás Virag, our senior PCS consultant. He will guide you on today. In the next 60 minutes on a presentation and on the console level, Tamás will share you the details about our solution. The event, as always, will be recorded, and later we will share the recording link with you. If you have any question, then please use the chat window. And Tamás, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. As Kalman mentioned, my name is Tamás Virag, and today I will walk you through the Rally application from Broadcom and show you how this agile tool can help us to get more visibility, alignment, and efficiency during the whole development portfolio management. I hope you can see my screen. Kalman, please confirm.
Yes, we see.
Okay. So, first of all, my background, a few words about that. I used to work as a product owner and product manager before I joined to MBCom, and I used multiple similar tools in my work on a daily basis. So when I talk about the agile development, how to use agile tools and how to get the most out of these solutions, I will also share my experience. What could be the roadblockers? What are the best practices in some situation? So I will add all this information and the experience to the presentation. First of all, what you can see in any mid-size or enterprise today is that they use multiple agile management and product or project management tools within the organization. Why? Because how they developed the project management processes, how they developed the agile transformation from the waterfall development to the agile way. And during this transformation, the companies, enterprises usually try a lot of different tools, what could fit the best to their processes, how they need to change their processes to get the most of these tools and work on the most efficient way. So if you check one of your own company or one of your customers' company, you will see that they are using a lot of different tools. Sometimes it's efficient, sometimes it's not as efficient as it could be. But today I would like to show you how the Rally can be used to be the most efficient during the agile development projects. How the development starts in an organization. On the top level, usually the C-level managers, the executives defines what the organization needs to achieve within the organization or what kind of solutions we would like to provide to the customers. That's what we do on a strategic level, and we prioritize and assign the resources to these objectives that the whole organization would like to achieve. And what everyone would like to achieve is creating value that at the end we can sell within or outside of the organization. On the lowest level, we will have developer teams who needs to deliver all of these strategic results that the management defined. But in between, we have an additional level. These are usually the product managers, the delivery managers, resource managers, who tries to break down all the objectives that the organization needs to achieve to lower level team level objectives and results, that the teams needs to develop and define how those objectives will be achieved that the organization declared. During this work, the product management and later on the teams, the product owners, the developers will create the release backlog. They will plan what to do and how to implement those new epics, features, and so on that must be built. And the teams from sprint by sprint will take these items and create the necessary features and product increments that will be used by the customers or internally by the enterprise. What's the problem with these whole channels and with these layers? On the top, so the management wants to achieve something, and when it goes to delivery, sometimes additional features, additional things are added to the original concept. Why? Because the developers, the product owners feels that they would like to make something exceptionally good working solution. But in many cases, I don't know if you have such experience or not. I hope you still don't have. In multiple cases, these additional features that the developers would like to implement just to make the final product much better, not really has these features don't have too much added value to the original concept that the management wanted to achieve. That's why we would like to have a much better alignment and increase the visibility, to have a full visibility of what was defined to be achieved, how we broke down those achievements to smaller features, let's say, and at the end, how we delivered those features. If we have this visibility, and if we have the alignment on all these levels, the outcome will be exactly that one that the management expected, and on the most efficient way. That's why we use agile management tools like Rally to optimize the work, how we implement something, and how we achieve those goals that the management defined. Let me show you in details. So when I say that that the increased visibility is one of the ultimate goals that we would like to achieve, then I also think that if we have this visibility from the top management level to until to the teams level, those teams who are delivering continuously these product increments, then if something goes wrong or we can identify that the development at the end is not exactly that we want to achieve, we can act much quicker than if we just realize at the end of the release or at the end of the development that what we expected we didn't really get the same. So that's the most important, to act as soon as possible to correct something if it's necessary. We can minimize the risks, minimize the dependencies between the developments, and at the end we will get exactly what we want to have. Rally answers three main questions: what we would like to achieve, when, and by whom. It's really important because on the top we define on team level, that's the top of the hierarchy, what we would like to achieve. We define teams or initiatives on the top management level. And later on, we break it down to capabilities, features, or epics features, and user stories later on the teams level, what needs to be developed. when we define what we would like to achieve, we also define when we would like to achieve these things. For example, if we have a strategic goal, then we also have a more or less strict deadline until when we would like to achieve these goals. These are the, let's say, milestones or releases, which defines what is the period of time or the deadline when we need to achieve something, and later on within the iterations or sprints, if we use the Scrum terminology, in the iterations we will define which user stories will be delivered in which iteration, which epics or features will be delivered in which release, and at the end, how we can deliver all those values that we defined at the beginning. And we also answer the question by whom we will deliver all these product increments. On the top level, we will just define the business line which will be responsible for this development. On a lower level, we define also the release train or the let's say the group of teams who will work on a specific development, and later on the teams who will work on the user stories. As you can see on the circles, the green circle around this whole figure represents the top level, and below then the blue circle represents the, let's say, the product or the program level, and the purple circle represents the team level or the feature level, which is delivered sprint by sprint. When we talk about the scheduling of the work, in the agile methodologies, usually we talk about iterations. An iteration is usually 1 to 4 week long. The most common is the 2 weeks long iteration. This is a normal sprint, and the PI or the release can take usually up to 3 months. This is the quarterly sequence, and we have a much longer range annual planning. This is the longest period in the agile processes. So as I mentioned, we have this. We start from the strategic teams and break down all the goals and what we would like to achieve to epics, features, and user stories on the lower level. How we can get the necessary visibility what we would like to have. It's really important that in Rally, which is the agile management tool, I will show it in a live demo as well. We can define the developer teams. We can define the product lines, and we can also define the top level organization, and all the data can be rolled up to the top level. So by using Rally, we can analyze not just the team's goals and achievements and plans and how they perform and what they need to do and what is the current state, but we also can roll up the data to the higher levels, so to the product level, or to the whole enterprise level, and analyze everything together. Why is it important? Because we will have dependencies between the teams. We will also have some parallel work between the teams, and we need to understand what's going on, what can be the blockers, what happens if something won't be done until the next development must be started. So, and if we have all this visibility on every single levels, then we can act as soon as possible and correct the timing or anything which can block us during the development. As you could see on the previous screens, we can support multiple agile or hybrid methodologies. So if you just at the beginning of your agile transformation and you decided to use Scrum only, then we can support that one. If you prefer Kanban, extreme programming, test-driven development, or anything else, Rally can support these methodologies. If one of your product is currently using Scrum, but you would like to build another team which will use Kanban, that's not a problem. All the releases, all the iterations can be managed all together for the whole organization, or you can separate them product by product or team by team as you wish. So if you don't use the same methodology within the organization, that's not a problem. We can support almost any of them. Okay. I also told you that you can analyze everything together. On the screen, you can see the timeline. This is a really important feature in Rally. Here you can see your teams, all these features that the teams are working on, and you can see what is going on now and what's planned in time. And you can also see the dependencies within this development. You can get an immediate information how you are performing regarding developing new features. What was the schedule, and if you are in time or you are a bit late with the new development. And you can also change these plans if you need. Which is also pretty important to forecast, to plan what you will deliver in the next couple of sprints, in the next release, and later on. And when you do these plans, you also need to assign your workforce, your teams, and developers, test engineers, product owners, product managers to these new developments. You must be able to plan the capacity that you will use during these new product increments to deliver them. So this is also a really important feature in Rally, to have an overview on who will work on what is the confidence level of the plans, and have a single plan for the whole organization and be aligned products by products, team by team, and have a higher level of confidence that in the next release, in the next two releases, you will be able to deliver what you planned. Rally supports the whole planning process, from the team planning to the product planning to the whole organization planning, and you can have the full alignment of the organization. You can follow continuously how many items had been delivered, how many new features had been delivered, what was going on during your releases and sprints, and what was planned you achieved or not, or you did bit more than planned, and so on. And as I mentioned, which is a unique feature in Rally, is one of the unique features is the dependency management. This is missing from a multiple agile tools, because the agile methodology says that the user stories must be independent. You must be able to deliver them independently, and so on. But in reality, these user stories, in a lot of cases, are not really independent. They have dependencies, sometimes other team or other product development dependencies. If you think about developing two products integration, both of them must be extend their APIs with new endpoints, providing additional data, and so on. If one of them cannot really do the necessary development in time, then you won't be able to start the integration implementation on the other side also in time. So obviously you have dependencies. So as I mentioned that 2 or 3 slides earlier, the alignment is also important. If we have the visibility and we can see what's going on with all of our teams and products within the whole organization, we will be able to see what could happen and what won't be as ideal as we planned at the beginning of the release and what we need to change. There is a concept called objectives and key results, or OKRs. This is a concept which is used by most of the enterprises who have properly implemented agile methodologies. And at the top of the organization, they define the objectives that the organization wants to achieve. And on a team level, they define the key results, which can provide added value to these objectives. If it's properly defined, then, and if we focus on the key results in a team, then we won't lose the focus on what needs to be implemented. And if there is a new idea will come up from a developer or from the product owner or product manager that this or that feature could provide more added value to the feature than we originally planned, we can go back to the defined objectives and the key results that we defined, and we can check if this new feature really fits to these key results or not. If it doesn't, then we can avoid this new idea, let's say. If it has significant added value, then we can have a discussion on product manager or portfolio management or top-level management, what they think about this idea and if it can be added to the development plans or not. But the basis of these collaboration is having the whole visibility, having the objectives and key results, and then we need to have a system, in our case Rally, where we can track everything and we can have all the information. Because if we have all the information in one system, then we will be able to react quickly. I talked about the plans, what we plan, and how we will start to deliver. But during the delivery, we also need to check iteration by iteration, release by release, what we delivered, how was it efficient enough or not, or we missed something, or we couldn't deliver something in time, what to do with that, and so on. And as I mentioned, we can roll up all the data to the top level, and we can have a full visual overview on all of our developments and how we perform. This is really important because this is the alignment and this is the overview what we need at the end of the day, because a lot of tools can provide the agile management support and practices, but showing on different levels the current state of developments, the future plans on a higher level or on a top level, and visualize everything together. This is quite unique, and this is why enterprises should consider using Rally, because this can provide all this information that the organization needs to have at the end of the day. As I mentioned, we plan a lot of things on a lot of different levels during an agile development. All of them are supported by Rally. So if you think about strategic planning or portfolio planning or product planning, all of them are supported. We have different features within Rally to support these planning processes, and after that track all the deliveries that the teams and the product will do. And everything is connected. So I mentioned the OKRs, mentioned the items or the features which will be delivered. But not just these items that we can see all together, but all the objectives, all the backlogs. The backlog is the essential part of every work that we plan and that we will work on during the delivery. So we, from the top to the bottom, we can prioritize everything, break down everything to the team level. Where will we deliver the new features, and later on roll up all the data to track what happened on a portfolio, product, and team level as well. You will see that we have a lot of charts, built-in reports in Rally, which can provide information on what's going on, what happened, and so on. Not just in an iteration, but in a release, and also can visualize what we need to focus on. Plus, we can define a lot of individual screens in Rally. I will also show you some examples which can help us to focus on the important things. And if there is something not aligned or misaligned within the organization, we can highlight it in the system. We have some integrations with Rally. Obviously, we have integration with Clarity, but usually large organizations use multiple different tools, agile tools, to track and plan what needs to be delivered. Rally also can work together with Jira as well, and Broadcom has another really good tool called Connect All that we will talk about later on in another session. Connect All also can synchronize data between the agile development tools, not just those tools which have direct integration with Rally, but several other tools as well. So we can track everything in the entire value stream within the organization and get the proper data, even if they are siloed in separated system. If we have siloed systems, solutions, then we won't have the necessary visibility on the planning and the delivery. So that's why synchronizing the data between the tools and agile products is really important for the organizations. That's why we have this Connect All product. And last but not least, I talked about the visibility, the alignment, how the teams must be aligned together. I told you that example of integration of two products. But at the end of the day, the efficiency is also really important to do what must be done and in time. And without having proper plans, which are refined, without having proper measurement, what we do, we won't be able to work as efficiently as we would like to have. If we cannot track the risks, as if we cannot track the dependencies, we will miss a lot of development. We won't be able to finish in time, which will cause a lot of problems later on. Everything starts with the data. So if we would like to work more efficiently, we need to analyze what happened in the past and react on that, change the processes, add more resources, and so on. And to support that, we have a lot of analytic solutions and basic charts which can show us what happened, what was the point when something went wrong, what we couldn't deliver, or what was the development which took much more time than we originally planned. And then later on, we can add this knowledge to the planning cycle And if we have a similar situation, a similar development, we can raise our hand and say that that in the past happened something that now we need to consider to focus a bit more during the planning, because if we learn from the past, we can be more successful for the future developments. As I mentioned, we can roll up every data to the top level. So if in an iteration, within an iteration, we can analyze a single team, but we can analyze the group of teams or the whole organization, how we performed month by month, iteration by iteration, release by release. We have all these tools, and we can check what happened. And also we can plan what could happen in the future. I mentioned the capacity planning. If we have the historical data, what happened, how long did it take to deliver something, this knowledge can be used during the next planning cycle. And when we plan the capacity, which development must be done by which team, with what kind of resources and so on, we can use this knowledge, and we can be more successful in the next release. In the agile methodologies, we continuously try to improve not just the product, but also our processes, how we work, with what kind of tools we work with, how the team members work together, and so on. So these reports also provide information on how we work together, two teams together, two products together, and so on. And we can also improve this collaboration based on the data that Rally can provide. I also told you that that we have a lot of metrics, a lot of data, and a lot of out of the box screens in Rally, but we can build our own pages, our own dashboards, and it helps us to focus on the most important things. For example, on a team level, one of the most important things for a product owner or product manager, that what are the user stories which are not estimated yet, but planned to deliver in the next iteration, for example, or what are the features or epics which are not estimated yet, but on the PI planning we will talk about that, and so on. So all these data can be used to improve the productivity, predictability, responsiveness, and end of the day, the quality of the whole product that we work on. Rally is also supported by artificial intelligence solutions. So if you would like to create a huge number of new user stories tasks in Rally, it's supported. We also have a help bot, and chart bot can be used to support our daily work with Rally and get the most important data and information from Rally that we need. These bots provide suggestions what we can do with the built-in Rally features and how we can use it to get the proper data that we would like to have. Rally is basically cloud solution that you can use, but besides that, we also have a on-prem solutions. In many industries, sharing all the development information in the cloud is absolutely not allowed. Mostly critical infrastructure providers, financial providers don't really want to use software as a service solutions, which contains all the development information, process description, internal process descriptions, sensitive data for testing, and so on. So for For those organizations, we also can provide on-prem Rally solutions, which they can deploy into their own infrastructure, and they can manage it individually by themselves and use it to manage the agile work with the teams. It's also available for anyone. If you check the analyst reports, then you will see that that Broadcom is one of the leader in value ops and agile planning and portfolio solutions. The main competitors, besides OpenText, mostly at least in the European region, I have track record here. One of the major competitors is Atlassian with Jira solution. But as you can see in the agile planning and portfolio topic, there are a lot of competitors. I would consider Atlassian and Microsoft Azure DevOps as the main competitors usually. If someone asks why Rally is better than the others, the ultimate answer is the whole overview of all of our teams and developments, because this type of visibility is not available in the other tools. The other thing that must be communicated is that Rally contains higher level, I mean, product and organization level planning capabilities, which is missing also from competitor products. Plus, quality management is also essential part of Rally. It is also missing from some agile management tools of the competitors. And if you choose Rally, then you will get the whole feature set. If you choose another solution, then it can happen multiple times that the basic feature set is a bit lower or much lower, depends on the competitor solution than Rally, and additional add-ons must be purchased, which increase the price. That's what we call hidden cost. And if you consider the base price and the hidden cost, then the final solution will be much more expensive than Rally. So if someone says that this or that solution is much cheaper than Rally, then let's compare the features, what's included in the two offerings, and you will see quickly that at the end of the day, Rally will be cheaper or on the same level as the other solution, just because they work with hidden costs and we don't. Okay. I think we talked about a lot of things, but haven't checked that in the working product yet. So let me show you how Rally works. And I don't know, Kalman, if we have any questions in chat, but if there is anything, I'm happy to answer quickly.
No question yet, but
No question.
yes.
Okay. If you would like to ask anything, if you have any question in mind, please don't hesitate to ask in chat, and at the end of the presentation, I try to answer all of them. Okay. I hope you can still see my screen, and you see the Rally Tech Docs page. And I wanted to show this to you because you need to understand one really important concept regarding Rally. So in Rally, we build a, let's say, project hierarchy. The project here represents the team. So when we implement Rally, we need to plan which teams will use Rally and what is the hierarchy between these teams. Here on this page, you can see some best practices, good examples, and bad ones. what to follow, what to avoid, and what is the best practice, how to, and this is the final and most important figure that you need to have in mind. What are the strategic levels of your hierarchy? What are the execution levels of your hierarchy? And this can help a lot to build your hierarchy within Rally. This will be really important because you want to roll up all the data from the execution levels to the strategic level to analyze everything together. And this is setting up the hierarchy correctly is essential to do this uh, data analysis for the whole organization at the end of the day.
Sorry, Tabash, can you please a little bit zoom in into the
You mean,
content because
yeah,
the resolution is too high. Okay, thank you.
sure, I try to get the zoom. Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay, good. So hierarchy in Rally. Here, if you click on this section here you can see the hierarchy of your organization. You can have multiple higher level items if you work on different things, and you can break it down from the strategic level, which represented here by the online store and the consumer side, by the execution level, which is in my example, the fulfillment team, the payment team, and the shopping team. Those teams work together. Usually they work on different type of developments. They are expert in some areas regarding the development that they work on, and they have a focus on set of features that they usually work on. If we create this hierarchy, let me choose the online store now first. Here you can see the backlog. The backlog contains all those user stories and defects that we need to work on in the next couple of iterations. If I choose a lower level item, I'm in the shopping team now, and you will see that the backlog is shortened. So now I can check the backlog items only to only shopping teams backlog items. It's really important to check what we are seeing now because we can analyze all the teams data together, but sometimes I'm interested in only just a team's data, what is in the backlog, what was planned, what is the parent item, which feature is related to these developments, and so on. Let's check now a team level only. So if I log into Rally on the main screen, I can see the recent pages that I checked in the last couple of sessions, and those items I worked with. I also have a dashboard where I can check what's going on. These dashboards can be customized. So yeah, that's fine. So these dashboard can be customized and also collects the data from that level that I choose. In my case, on the left side, I can use a portfolio Kanban board where I can see all the features within the consumer site, and I can check what is just proposed and being analyzed, what items are in discovery phase, what is in development phase now, and if I reach the limit or not, and so on. On the right side, I also have those defects that I need to focus on because the priority is high and must be fixed as quickly as possible. For a product owner or product manager, these are really important information. But everything starts with planning. If I put together the backlog, then and if we have these items, it's really important to prioritize the items. On the top must be the top priority that we need to deliver first. and on the end of the list, the least important item that will be delivered at the end of the cycle. If we have this and we defined the user stories, because the user story is the element that we will work with, this defines what we need to develop and what are the requirements. It's called user story because describes what is the expected behavior that the user wants to have, what are the expected feature that the user wants to have, and how the user will interact with the system when they use this new feature. All of them and the acceptance criteria is also defined in a user story. A user story could have multiple tests where we defined technically how we can implement this feature. And in a user story, let me show you one. We could have test cases as well. As I mentioned, the quality management is also an essential part of Rally. And here we can manage risks and dependencies. It's really important because in multiple similar tools, the risks is not available at all. But basically, we could have multiple risks: technology risk, organizational risks, anything else, and resource risks. And if we actively manage them, we can avoid a lot of problems. So I highly recommend to everyone to consider using risks as well. If we have the necessary user stories and we also have the tasks, then we can plan on a team level. Let me go back to the shopping team. And we can do the iteration planning, how it works. We have a iteration here. We can see the dates when it started and when will be the end of this iteration. We can see the current state and what we do usually at the beginning of or during an iteration or at the beginning of the next one, that we assign the next items from the backlog to a iteration. In every iteration, we define the velocity, the amount of the work that the team can deliver. In this example, you can see that I overcommitted. I want to overcommit the team, so I would like to assign a higher estimated task than capacity we have, and in this case, it's represented by the solution. What should happen here? We need to break down the original user story to smaller ones, which can fit to a iteration, and then refine it and reassign it to the proper iteration. So we can also move it back to the top or anywhere else. And we can assign several other tasks from or user stories from the backlog to the sprint, which are smaller and can be delivered. And in this case, you can see that this item fits to the sprint and we will be able to deliver. If we have some tasks, then we can track how much time we spent on delivering these tasks. This is what happens on a team level mostly. But during the iteration, we would like to track what's going on. We would like to have a status, what's happening. We can choose the iteration, we can choose the team or the group, and we can see which user story is in which state, what happened, how many points we estimated. The task is estimated to how many hours and how many hours in to do and delivered and so on. But if we prefer the board view, we also have that. So if we have a team stand up in the morning, then we can check what's in progress, what is missing, what should be done to move it to completed phase. Those items which I hadn't started to develop, why it was not touched, if there is something missing, or do we have any time and resource until the end of the sprint to deal with them and so on. We can also always discuss it. And this screen makes it visible what's going on during the iteration. At the top, we also can find some visualization, what is the goal of the iteration, how many days we have, what is the work item flow state, and so on. So with this page, we can track what's going on. And as I mentioned, we can, with this plus icon, I can define other pages. For example, if I'm a Scrum Master and I would like to have a Kanban board, which represents some metrics. Now it's not too detailed because I added some items just yesterday and today. But with these charts, I can analyze what's going on, and I can focus on those metrics which are important to me, and I need to deal with them. For example, on this release tracking board, I can see those features that we haven't estimated yet. This is really important to be estimated as soon as possible because when we plan the next release cycle, this information will be essential to have, and so on. So we can focus on those information which are important to us. As I mentioned, we also have the portfolio items, the higher level items, the features, the themes, and so on in the system. And it's really important to choose the proper level of the organization to have the necessary information. As you can see, the themes are defined on a strategic level, but if I go down to a team level, okay, the features are defined there. Which features must be delivered by which team, because these features at the end are assigned to the teams. So this means that this team needs to deliver these features and the included user stories. What happens? These are the portfolio items. So we define the epics and features here. We have a different page for the user stories, but we need to plan the releases similar to iteration planning. Here we have the backlog in feature level, and with a drag and drop move, we can also plan the features in the releases. As you can see, it's a bit different view than the iterations, but the concept is quite similar. And we also can have the capacity planning. Now I have a draft plan created, but I included some features. Now it says that I assigned much more to this team than capacity they have. So I need to refine these plans, move some features to other teams, remove some features, and I can have an overview on what is planned, what is completed, what's going on, and what is missing, which must be delivered. These plans can be created on different levels, on an organizational level, on a lower strategic level as well. And we can plan what to do. We can have multiple plans until it's not released. Then we can play with that, work on that, and after that we can make it available for the rest of the organization. We also have this timeline that I showed you in the presentation. Here with these blue lines, you can see the dependencies between the features that we would like to develop, and here you can identify if some dependencies could cause problems as well. You can also change the planned start date and end date here, track the delivery, if we delivered all that we wanted to achieve or not, or just partially. We can also define the objectives that we would like to achieve, and these objectives can be broken down to key results as well. And we also can track all the releases, which features are within the release and within the iteration, which percentage had been delivered. In my case, it's now 0%, but ideally it would be closer to 100, at least in the current iteration. And obviously in the next iteration, which hasn't started yet, it should be 0%. And just a few words about quality, because we will run out of time soon. We can create test cases. Test cases which defines how we need to test some user stories, defects, and so on. And we can organize these test cases into test plans, and we also can run and track the results of these test runs. And we will see if the tests has failed or passed or what happened with them. And if all the tests are passed, then we can approve the development. Also, we have this quality management where we can track how we test the solution. And last but not least, the reports. As I mentioned, we have a lot of built-in reports. But if we would like to have, we also create custom views or custom reports with setting some parameters, and we can create our own charts. And we have just 1 minute left, so I would stop here and ask if there was any question in the chat.
The only question that was, all right, excuse me, can I get the presentation file and the video? Naturally, we will share the recorded session on YouTube.
Mhm.
Later you will
The-
receive an email. Yeah.
Yeah, the presentation is available on Partner Portal. So if you have access to the Partner Portal, just log in, choose the enterprise category on the main screen on the top left, and then there you can see all the Rally content, all the materials that you can use internally or share with the customers. Feel free to download them. This presentation is also available there. And as Kálmán mentioned, the recording will be also available.
Yes. Next to that, I publish my contact information. You see a QR code on the webcam view. So feel free to read and store. And if you need any help or if you need any deeper information about the product, I can involve Tamás or the regional CEA professional. And with the colleagues, you can go through all of your questions, or we can do the demo. It's up to you. That's what you would like. As I see no question came, here it is, so we can close the session now. As I mentioned, in the next few days, we will release the recorded version of this session. Tamás, thank you very much for your presentation, for your cooperation. I hope the delivered information or delivered content was useful for the audience. If you have, as I mentioned, have additional question, I share my contact information on the webcam. Please read the QR code and contact with me. Thank you again. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.